Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting our channel. But if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall continue to bring you the latest news as they come. And together we shall work with our great leader, άζει Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality. He said, Professor Wole Soyinka and the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, said Nigerians should have listened to άζει Nnamdi Kanu when he was telling them about the Fulani Janjaweed. He said they did not listen to him. They said they are not happy that they did not listen to άζει Nnamdi Kanu because Kanu was telling them the truth. They said that they did not listen to him because they never knew that the plans of the Fulani Janjaweed were this evil. Professor Wole Soyinka said that Nigerians, including himself, should be held responsible for the level of impunity in the zoo called Nigeria. He said that major reason for the dilemma Nigerians are going through now is because Nigerians permitted it. They nurtured it and they even encouraged it, either by action or inaction. And he said that άζει Nnamdi Kanu told them, warned them, preached to them, begged them, but they never listened because they thought one Nigeria would be better than everyone going on their way. But now they have now seen what άζει Nnamdi Kanu was saying there. But they know that something will happen, that it might not be too late. They pray that it might not be too late. Wole Soyinka said Nigerians permitted impunity being perpetrated by the Fulani Nigerian government in Nigeria. He said that Nigerians are paying for the consequences of the impunity because they permitted it and they refused to learn from άζει Nnamdi Kanu. They refused to listen to him. Wole Soyinka is now begging άζει Nnamdi Kanu to forgive Nigerians for not listening to him. You see, that is what is happening. You know, the Fulani Janjaweed are very tricky. They are very tricky. They are very tricky. Imagine the terrorist minister of justice, Abubakar Malami, is covering up the identities of the sponsors of terrorist Boko Haram and ISWAP and terrorist Fulani bandits and herdsmen, because all of them are Fulani elites and leaders. They are all Fulanis. They are all Fulanis. You know, Nigerian army are lying that the intensity of fire by the Nigerian troop of Operation Harden Kai have forced more Boko Haram / ISWAP terrorists to surrender in the northeast. You know, they are deceiving, they are lying. Who are they deceiving? Is it not the same army and police that the ragtag terrorist Fulani herdsmen overpowered in Jos Plateau State, where they retreated and scampered for safety? But when it comes to unarmed peaceful protesters, Biafrans, and Yoruba freedom fighters, that is when you will see them shooting and showing their terrorist skills. You see? That is when you see them. The Nigerian army who were overpowered by terrorist Fulani herdsmen in Jos Plateau State. They ran away, and now they have invaded Ikeduru local government area of Imo State, where they burnt down a church. A church. Whereas in the north, they have never burnt down a mosque. You can't even try that. They burnt down a church and a residential house belonging to the pastor of the house of the church. And they arrested Biafrans in the church, including their pastors. They arrested them. Imagine doing that in Kano or in Katsina, going to a mosque, burning down the mosques, and arresting the Muslim worshippers, including their imam and all their spiritual leaders. Imagine what will happen. But because it is Biafra land, they can do anything they like. Because our governors in Biafra land are all slaves, Fulani slaves. They are Fulani slaves. Fulani slaves. They have sold their soul to the Fulanis. They have sold their life to Fulanis. You know? Also, ḵAV쌓, the disgraced criminal deputy commissioner of police, a Fulani Janjaweed, is now crying that Biafran ghosts, those that he killed, are the one that have put him in trouble. He said they are the one that put him in trouble with the FBI. When he was busy killing Biafrans, he never knew. Our leader told him that he will be disgraced. He will be disgraced. And now he has received the biggest disgrace of his life. When he was busy enjoying fraudulent money, killing people, withdrawing money from their account, working with internet fraudsters, working with them, he never knew. And now the Fulani Nigerian government wants due process for ḵAV's extradition, whereas they deny that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. They denied it. They denied them. Barrister Aloy Ejimako, lawyer to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said that the Attorney General of Federation and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, wants to follow due process in the extradition of the Deputy Commissioner of Police, ḵAVɁ, but avoided same in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's matter when he was criminally kidnapped in Kenya. You see? Barrister Ejimako noted that the AGF's office shunned legal procedures to hastily bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. But now, they are insisting that the arrest warrant issued against suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police ḵAVዀ by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation would follow due process. You know, ḳARI, the suspended former head of the Police Intelligence Response Team, is under investigation for involvement in a $1.1 million internet fraud allegedly committed by ḥAVዀ and 4 others. The Fulani Janjaweed, you know, they easily repatriated, extradited the accomplices of ḥAVዀ from Nigeria. They extradited them. But when it came to ḵAV뾱, they are playing games. They don't want to extradite him because he's a Fulani. He's a Fulani Janjaweed. And ḵAV뾱 have won that he will expose all the top police officers, all the top Fulani police officers, because all of them were also involved. They are involved. You know, Barrister Ejimakor said he's not arranging judgment over ﷺ, whether he committed it or not. But the lesson everyone needs to learn, whether anybody is playing the tribal card or not, is why would somebody believe that ﷺ deserves due process, and the same person turns around and jubilates after the unlawful transfer, otherwise known as extraordinary redemption, of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also seeking to jubilate over the attempted unlawful transfer of Sunday Igboho from the Benin Republic. This type of thing goes to indicate the deep fault line in Nigeria. Somebody from a part of the country thinks it is okay to grab someone from another country without due process and bring him to Nigeria to answer offenses of political character. But it is okay for another country to submit itself to seek due process in the transfer of a citizen of Nigeria to the United States. It is a very deep contradiction. Recall that Malami, at a press briefing in Abuja on June 29, 2021, had announced that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in a foreign country and extradited to Nigeria. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.